93. Hello and good morning. As we get ready to go, we actually win just in time for today's ball game. Welcome in, everybody. Doc Stewart's baseball for you. We are just about to get things ready to go here. And Logan Klopfenstein, first pitch in for ball one as we get things underway. Yes, it is going to be one of those kind of days. We are just making it up as we go, trying hard not to melt out here in the morning sun. We are 2 pitches in here. Welcome in, everybody. Joey Keyran with you. Thank you for joining what should have been the SoCo Coffee Company pregame show as we get this game off and rolling. 3 balls, no strikes for Logan Klopfenstein, the Doc Stewart's pitcher, as they are the home team facing off against Zach Malone, the center fielder, a left-handed batter as we get today's broadcast underway. A strike called for a 3-1 count here as we lead things off in the top of the first. We will catch up here, I promise. We get things underway. 3-1 pitch is fouled away for strike 2 against Zach Malone. Doc's Day taking on the River Park Eagles out of Sacramento, California. Wrap up play here in the Coach K Memorial Tournament. As a ground ball, first base side, picked up by Jay Stoffel, who will take it to the bag himself for the first out here in Medford today. Well, we take a look at it here. Your starting lineups for these 2 squads. We'll get a look at those as the lefty Logan Klopfenstein on the mound will miss just a bit high on his first pitch against Ryan Christensen. The catcher today for River Park is high and away. Now he's got a 2-0 count. So it's Zach Malone leading things off in center field, followed by Ryan Christensen, the catcher. The third baseman, Colby Lunsford, waits on deck. Tourn Smith, the left fielder, will bat in the cleanup position. So swing and a miss on a 2-0 pitch. And Christensen will find himself with a 2-1 count, 1 away with nobody on here in the top of the first. The River Park Eagles up to bat in red. A 2-1 pitch is high from Klopfenstein, gives a 3-1 count to the catcher. Braden Frank will bat 5th, the first baseman, followed by Griffin Harrison, the shortstop, batting 6th. Andy Harriet, the second baseman, will bat 7th as a swing and a miss. Makes it a full count here for Christensen. Nick Solorzano is the DH, batting in the 8th spot, followed by Wyatt Harris, the right fielder, rounding out the starting 9 for the Eagles. The ball popped up in the air. Well, hit out towards right center. On the run, a diving attempt. Dominic Tatone can't come up with it, and Christensen's rounding for third. The throw will come back in. He's in with a stand-up triple on a ball to the right center alley out there. Docs they got a glove on it, could not bring it in. Dominic Tatone diving for that ball from his position in right field. That goes off the end of his glove, gets up quickly and throws it back in. And there is a man on at third base with 1 out for the Eagles as Colby Lunsford will bat. Lunsford, the third baseman, will belt one out towards right field again. Should do the job to bring in the first run of the game. A catch by Tatone, throws back in, and there is a sacrifice fly and an RBI for Colby Lunsford as your second out is recorded, and River Park will take an early 1-0 lead on top of Logan Klopfenstein and the Roseburg Dr. Stewarts. The starting lineups are brought to you by Park. Umpquad.golf. First pitch high for ball 1 as Logan Klopfenstein faces Tourn Smith, the left fielder. The 1-0 is popped up in the air. Not deep. Into right field on the run, Takahashi. And Dominic Tourn coming together. It's Tourn that comes up with the catch in right field to wrap up things here in the top of the first inning. 1 run on 1 hit. There were no Doc's errors, nobody left on base for River Park. We're through the top of the first inning. We'll come back. We'll get our feet underneath us and get ready for the bottom of the first on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM at 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Welcome back for the bottom of the first inning. Good evening, or actually good morning, everybody. Joey Keyran here with you in Medford as we get the final day of action in the Coach K Memorial underway. We've already got 1/2 inning in. The River Park Eagles out of Sacramento, California, taking a 1-0 lead in the first against Logan Klopfenstein. Let's take a look at your starting lineups for the Roseburg Dr. Stewarts and head coach Jeremiah Robbins. It'll be Austin Takahashi leading things off at second base, followed by Dawson Gillespie, the shortstop. Spencer Six, the catcher, bats third, followed by center fielder Jet Black. Jay Stoffel, the first baseman, hitting fifth. Austin Anderson, the DH, will bat sixth. Dominic Tourn in right field is the 7-hitter, followed by Cade Johnson at third base, and in the 9 spot is Sebastian Watson, the left fielder. DH being utilized for the starting pitcher, Logan Klopfenstein. The Docs will face off against right-hander Sebastian Edwards. Big righty out there on the mound for this Eagles squad. Edwards throws into Ryan Christensen behind the plate. Braden Frank out at first base. Andy Uhariat at second. Colby Lunsford at third. Griffin Harrison at short. In the outfield from left to right, you've got Tawan Smith, Zach Malone, and Wyatt Harris. Edwards has a 1-0 lead to work with. Is standing in. Lefty Austin Takahashi will start things off for the Docs. First pitch for Edwards. The righty versus lefty matchup, high and away, ball one, and we are underway here in the bottom of the first. Starting lineups again brought to you by the Umpqua Golf Club. Play Oak Hills, Stewart Park, and Myrtle Creek golf courses. With just one membership this summer, you can get unlimited golf at all three. You can find out more at umpqua.golf. The ball ripped foul down the first base side for Takahashi. Gives him a 1-1 count. Want to say thank you to SoCo Coffee Company, conveniently located just off of I-5 at exit 108. Stop in for fresh pastries daily, organic smoothies, and one of the items off of their espresso bar menu. They are typically our pregame show sponsor, but we got a little bit of a quick start here. As the ball back to the mound goes off the glove for Sebastian Edwards and then trickles towards second base. That'll be a hit for Austin Takahashi to lead things off here. The comebacker just glancing off the glove for Edwards. And the second baseman could not come up to make the play. Harriet there in time. That is your first hit of the ball game for the Docs. Every first hit this season is presented by MSK True Value in Myrtle Creek and Tri-City. One on. Nobody out so far. Dawson Gillespie will take high for ball one as we begin things here in the bottom of the first inning. Docs trailing 1-0. A warm day is somewhat of an understatement here in Medford today. I can only imagine it's got to be pretty warm out there on the artificial turf at U.S. Cellular Field. My phone's saying 93 today in Medford as a ball ripped to center field for Dawson Gillespie. On the 1-0 pitch, he will get on base. Back-to-back singles for the Docs to lead off the ball game. Takahashi makes his way to second. Docs with runners at first and second with nobody out. Bottom of the first trailing 1-0, and that'll bring up Spencer Six, the catcher. Docs. You know what? I printed out stats before I left town and then forgot to grab them off the printer. So there we are. So we'll just go with what we know, and that is that Spencer Six is standing in next. Steps out here as he waits for Sebastian Edwards to get ready to go. First pitch for Spencer. Hits that outside corner for a called strike. Wish I had time there in the SoCo Coffee Company pregame show to bring you the interview we did with Coach Jeremiah Robbins. But we were unsure if they were going to start right about on time for this game, and they just about did. It's a ground ball. Fair down the third base side for Six. That's into the corner. Extra bases for Spencer. They got one in. They're going to be sending Dawson as well. The throw back in will not get there in time. It's a two-run double for Spencer Six. That ball went right down the chalk line, bouncing over third base, and then deep into the corner in left field. Going opposite field for Spencer. Picks up 2 runs for the Docs. They take an early lead. Coming back after giving up 1 run in the top of the first inning, they'll get 2 back here. 2 runs in on 3 straight hits to start out the ball game for the Docs. A man at second base, nobody out. Jet Black will step up. Edwards, first pitch, a breaking ball, slides away out of the zone for ball 1 against Jet. We were not sure the first game went a little bit long, and so weren't sure if we were going to try and stick to the 11:30 start time for this game or if they were going to push it back a little bit, but they did everything they could to make sure they got this game started on time. As a line drive goes right by Edwards on the mound, he fell out of the way to keep that ball from hitting him right in the face. Got a great vantage point of that one here from behind home. And he did a great job of staying out of the way. Second baseman behind him, Andy U. Harriet, makes the play to first to retire Jet Black. Up to third goes Spencer Six. Doc's hitting the ball hard here to start out this ball game, and a lot of it right back up the middle. 1 out with a man at third, and Jay Stoffel will bat. Breaking ball inside corner, called for a strike against Jace, who starts at first base today. We do have a courtesy runner, it looks like, for Spencer over at third base. Looks like Ever Lamb is a ball high and inside against Stoffel. Yeah, that is Ever Lamb over at third base running for Spencer Six. 2 runs in so far on 3 hits. A man at third is a swing and a miss for Jace. Gives him a 1-2 count. But in our pregame talk with Coach Robbins, he talked about how the team is looking to try and bounce back after yesterday's ugly loss in their second game of the day in Grants Pass. It's a 2-1 pitch for Stoffel, fouls off. Make that a 1-2 pitch for Stoffel. I read the scoreboard wrong, looking at the wrong numbers there. Fouled off, he'll stay alive with the 1-2 count. Doc's got a great win in Game 1, 5-3 against the Chico Nuts yesterday in this Coach K Memorial. And then in Game 2 against the Humboldt Eagles, lost 20-4, gave up 16 runs in the 5th inning. There's a ball, dribbled third base side, a lot of time, throw to first. Did he get there? No, didn't get it there in time. Edwards will not beat out Jay Stoffel, who gets a single on the swinging bunt. The runner stays at third. Docs will have him on the corners with 1 out. And Austin Anderson coming up to bat next for the Docs. He's been utilized here during this tournament as a hitter. Had not prior to the start of the at the start of the season. Was only a pitcher to begin with, but pushed into some duty as a hitter because the team a little shorthanded at times, and he has handled it well. He has been one of the leading hitters for the Docs over the last few games as a pitch high for ball 1. Austin Anderson ahead in the count against Sebastian Edwards. First and third for the Docs with 1 out. 2 runs in so far here in the bottom of the first. Docs the home team in this matchup. Taking high, Anderson ahead in the at-bat with a 2-0 count. Sebastian Edwards missing inside. Spinning back out of the way. Anderson takes the 3-0 count. We are shooting from behind home, and the chain link fence here at U.S. Cellular is definitely very thick and apparent. Difficult to shoot through, but trying to keep everything in the shade. So we back the camera off the screens just a little bit to try and keep it underneath the pop-up tent as best as possible and keep it from the direct sunlight. I'm not sure if I'm accomplishing that feat. So sorry, you got to try and stare through the chain link fence, but we working with what we got here today on a hot one in Medford. On the outside corner for strike two to Anderson. Full count now with one out and the runners on the corners. Jay Stoffel at first after his swinging bunt. At third base, Everlamb running for Spencer Six after his two-run double. Full count pitch, fouled back for strike. Actually, it'll stay a 3-2 count. Coach talking about how his team is, obviously they had a 3-game winning streak with a couple of good wins going into that game against Humboldt yesterday, but one bad inning started to snowball on him, gave up 16 runs, and really left a sour taste in the mouth of everybody associated with the Docs. Ooh, look out. Out of the way, Austin Anderson ducks on the ball four pitch that went right at the dome. Gets out of the way, a runner on every bag on the infield now for the Docs. Bases loaded with just one out. Dominic Tourn will come up to bat in a big spot here in the bottom of the first inning as the Docs try get a big early lead. Already put up a crooked number here in the first inning, leading 2-1. Sebastian Edwards, the righty versus the left-handed hitting Tourn. Takes outside, ball one. Docs have been able to get ahead in the at-bats throughout the contest so far. The 1-0 here for Tourn. Slaps that one foul into the backstop, protecting the cars here in the parking lot at U.S. Cellular Field. Defensive starters today, as we ran through those are always brought to you by Cooper's Pest Control. When you're looking to build your best defense, call Cooper's Pest Control to protect your home from those summer bugs. Cooper's Pest Control, your locally owned bug assassin, 673-0363. A ball to short. They'll try and turn two, get one at second base. At first, they won't get the second end of it. Docs will score one on the ground. The fielder's choice there by Dominic Tourn. Stretch it to a 3-1 lead. Man at third and at first with two down. Cade Johnson will come up to bat. Fielder's choice to drive in a run. They cut down Austin Anderson at second base. Harrison to Hugh Harriet on the turn up the middle. Scoring was Everlamb in place of Spencer Six, the courtesy runner. 3-1 the score. Jay Stoffel at third. Dominic Tourn at first. Swing and a miss for strike one against Cade Johnson from South Umpqua High School. Digs in. Trying to keep this one going for the Docs here in the first, as they've already put up 3 runs. First 3 batters get on base with hits, and all come around to score against Sebastian Edwards. A 1-0 pitch. Johnson on a breaking ball pops it high in the air to center field. Coming in, Zach Malone will make the catch, and that retires the side. But the Docs get 3 on the board here in the bottom of the first. 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, 2 men left on base. Docs in front of the River Park Eagles, 3-1 as we go to the top of the second inning on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Top of the second inning as the Docs lead 3-1 against the River Park Eagles. Braden Frank will dig in. The first baseman, left-handed batter, takes strike one from Logan Klopfenstein. Fouls off the second pitch for an 0-2 count. Today's baseball game is brought to you by Good Vibration Solutions. For home theater and automotive audio, you can feel it at Good Vibes. Docs with a 3-1 lead. After one inning of play here in the afternoon heat in Medford, a ball ripped to right field for Frank and collected out there by Dominic Tourn. Leadoff single here in the second inning for the Eagles. One on, nobody out. Let's look around the diamond defensively for the Docs. We didn't get a chance to do that in the first. Behind the plate is Spencer Six. Out at first, Jay Stoffel. Austin Takahashi at second. Cade Johnson at third. Dawson Gillespie at short. In the outfield from left to right, Sebastian Watson, Jet Black, and Dominic Tourn are your outfielders today for the Docs. Is at the plate, Griffin Harrison, shortstop, a big swing and a miss for strike one. Again, the defensive starters always brought to you by Cooper's Pest Control, your locally owned bug assassins. Call them at 673-0363. Low for a 1-1 count for Klopfenstein. Expecting the temperatures will be in the low triple digits by the time we wrap up our ball game here today. Final game of the day here from U.S. Cellular Field. Breaking ball from Klopfenstein misses outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Out at first base is Griffin Harrison. Harrison will pull one down the left field side. It's in fair territory at the foul line. Picking up the baseball, throw to third. Oh, not in time. That sure looked like Johnson might have swept that tag in there ahead of Braden Frank for the tag at third, but the umpire right there on top of it says no, he did not. Griffin Harrison in with a double to put runners at second and third. 2 runners in scoring position for the Eagles with nobody out in the top of the second inning. A visit out to the mound for Spencer Six before Andy Uhariet, the second baseman, will step up to bat. Game prior to ours, I saw the score, but I honestly did not pay attention to which team was which out there. They were both wearing red, so it was kind of hard to know for sure on which team was home and away in the previous game of ours between Mudville and the Whitnell Dodgers. 1-0 count for Uhariet. He will take high and away. As the fastball runs on Klopfenstein away from the right-handed batter. Here behind home, it's really fun to be able to get a good view on how these pitches move for these pitchers for both teams. There's a pitch outside for Klopfenstein. Misses for a 3-0 count. Usually up in a press box, a little bit further away from the field, and don't get this right behind the plate type of view of these pitches. There's one in for a strike on the 3-0 count for Uhariet, the 7-hitter in the lineup. It's kind of fun. See what these guys have on them. Runners at second and third with nobody out so far. Top of the second inning, a 3-1 lead for the Docs. A ball pulled left field side on the run. Diving attempt and could not get there. Sebastian Watson will run and collect that ball just in front of the foul pole in left field. 320 sign on the foul pole there. Same down the right field side. Here at U.S. Cellular Field number 9, home of the Cascade Christian Challengers in the high school season. You can see it off in the distance from where I'm sitting. Harry and David Field, home of the Medford Rogues, where Docs have played in the past. 3-2 pitch is in the air. This should do the trick of driving in another run for the Eagles. Catch made. Throw going to go to third. The throw will not be in time. Sac fly, both runners advancing. Scoring is Braden Frank to get the Eagles back within a run. Griffin Harrison gets to third. Andy Uhariet will pick up an RBI. 1 away. 3-2 the score. Top of the second inning. And up the bat will be Nick Solorzano. Off speed. He pops up in the air. This goes to first base. Jay Stoffel calling for it. And he'll make the catch. That will not allow the runner to advance from third. 2 down. Big out there for the Docs. 2 away, and Wyatt Harris steps in. The 9-hitter in the lineup card for the Eagles. So they'll make their first time through the lineup card here today. For a called strike. Docs baseball today brought to you by DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop. Ball fouled away. Strike 2 for Harris. Finds himself in the early hole here. Today's game. Streaming online at 541radio.com and on our YouTube channel, 1490 The Score on YouTube. You can watch Docs baseball. It's a ground ball. Chop towards Takahashi. Throws to first, and they will make the final out. 4-3 the put out to wrap things up here in the second inning. Another run in for the Eagles on a sacrifice fly. 2 hits for River Park. There were no errors for the Docs, and 1 man left on base. Go to the bottom of the second inning. Docs lead 3-2 on top of River Park on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Josh Nelson from Off the Wall on The Score. When I'm not in the Score Sports Closet, I own and operate BTV Moving here in Roseburg. We are a labor-only company.
Welcome you back here for the bottom of the second inning. As your Roseburg Dr. Stewart's leading 3-2 as they come up to bat in the second. So far for the Eagles, a run in the first and in the second, 3 in the first for the Docs. They'll start off with the 9-1-2 hitters. Sebastian Watson will start things off. The left fielder. Getting his first look of Sebastian Edwards, the right-hander on the mound, still throwing for the Eagles. First pitch, swinging, 1 hop past the diving shortstop. Harrison couldn't get in front of it. He made an attempt and was not far off, but that ball just bouncing in front of him. And a leadoff single for Sebastian Watson here in the second inning. Docs picking up about right. On the board after giving up 3 in the first. Looks like we've got the video stream back up and running. We'll keep our fingers crossed. As a walk issued to Dawson Gillespie. Runners at first and second with 1 away. Bottom of the second inning. And that'll bring up Spencer 6. Spencer, a 2-run double back in the first inning. Steps up here with 2 runners on. 1 in scoring position. Out. And the Docs will get out of the third inning without giving up a run, leaving a man stranded at third. No runs on 1 hit, no Docs errors, 1 man left on for the Eagles. We will head to the bottom of the third. It is 4-2. Docs in front of the no graphics and no video commercials in between. So this is going to be real basic bare bones here for the video stream. And we'll see if that allows us to keep things going. Because it seems like trying to do anything more just shuts the computer down. As a comebacker to the mound for Tourn. Underhand flip to first is low, but